Goodest of evenings, Lizzie boys. Today, we're going to do it. We're going to unbox my destroyed vampire heart Draculaura. So, obviously there's no reason to leave this doll in the box in its state. I made a whole video about it yesterday, so we're not going to get too into it here. I'd rather just focus on the doll herself. But, I've taken countless photos of the box. I've already sent them to Mattel, so hopefully I get a refund, and, yeah. So we're going to be unboxing this doll because there's no point in keeping her in this. It would have been nice to keep her in there, I guess, but I guess that's what my mom's is for, so what's one positive? Yeah, I've already shown you guys all the issues with the box in my previous video, so I think for the inbox segment, I'm just going to film my mom's actually, because it's actually in good shape. So here is what Vampire Heart Draculaura's box is supposed to look like. If you don't get one that was kicked around the factory before they sent it out. We've of course got the Draculaura Vampire Heart logo here, the Monster High logo, as well as some very nice, I don't know what to call this, but it's like a border. There's some little vampire hearts with wings around it as well, with hearts and fangs and stuff. Just very nice borders around the box overall. The doll seems to be in a ballroom. Yeah. It's explained where she is on the back of the box. There are 4 descriptions in 4 different languages, and this, I believe, is a prototype of the doll. We actually had not gotten to see a prototype of her until this, I guess. Unless this is a stock doll. I don't know. I just remember that allegedly the stock photos of this doll are the final product. I remember the designer Annalise Lau confirmed that on her Instagram story. I still feel like I say her last name wrong. I don't know, nobody's ever corrected me. So this is what Draculaura's description reads. As you can see, this is a sort of alternate universe where Draculaura is the vampire queen rather than Elizabeth. So for everyone saying this doll should have been Elizabeth, it's an alternate universe. You knew they were gonna do it. You knew they were gonna make another Draculaura doll. Well, this doll is now going into storage. We've looked at her, so let's free this one from her prison. I'm assuming to open this, I just need to cut the tape around the top. I'm actually not sure. This is a unique box that I've never opened before, because it's a new design. Looks like I can also go in from the side, so I'm gonna try that first, actually. Okay, so that did something. It looks like I am gonna have to cut the rest of the tape around the front to get her out, so just gonna slice through that off camera. So with this top piece off, it does make it a lot easier to sort of reach in. I'm gonna try what I can from this angle, but I don't know what I'm gonna be able to do. Her stand is down here and it's clear, which I'll admit is kind of surprising. I didn't think it would be a clear stand. I thought it would be like something a little more elaborate. Yeah, so with everything fully opened, I should be able to start snipping things, so just pray for me. Just pray for me that I don't cut anything I'm not supposed to. There are so many little ties at the front that you have to cut off of the dress to get it out. My god. There is like this sort of vinyl hoop skirt in here that keeps the shape of the dress. So, oh good lord. This is a hassle already and I just started. There is one thing she's caught on and I don't know what it is. I'm guessing it's like, it's always the damn ankle ties. It's the ties around her ankles. She is so big. Like this takes up so much. Why is there tape in her hair? What is this? Who are you? Who are you? This is just an actual piece of like duct tape. Or not duct tape, like the tape you use when you wrap a present. Like, why was this there? Yeah, anyway. There she is. Please stand there just for a second. So here's her stand. Again, I do feel like it's very basic for the doll. I think something a little more extravagant, like a bat stand, similar to what she had on her 2015 collector doll, could have been nice, but here's her Vampire's Heart collector card. This certifies that your Monster High Draculaura Vampire Heart doll materialized through collaborative efforts of designers and artists at Mattel. And of course, it is signed by the designer. Yeah, she's talented. This doll is gorgeous, and her and everyone that worked on it did an amazing job on her. Okay, so like just a little word of caution, it was very hard to get her on the crotch stand. Sorry, saddle stands. And yeah, so here she is. Yeah, she's a very, very intricate and beautiful doll. I love all these little heart charms hanging off of her bow. It really reminds me of the ones she has hanging off of her belt in Haute Couture. They do have a bit of a mind of their own though, so you kind of have to like twist them around to hang down the way they're supposed to. And it's the same on this side. I'll fix them off camera. They do actually hold a position pretty well, so if you wanted to like pose it facing inward like this one, okay, no, that one's kind of loose, but most of them seem to hold a shape pretty well. So, Draculaura. Honestly, this probably has to be her prettiest doll ever. Like, I really can't underestimate how surreal it feels to have a doll that looks like this, especially a Monster High doll. Like, this is insane. It's so nice. Like, oh god, she's falling. Please don't fall. I'm telling you guys, the saddle stand, it sucks. It's not good. Does not want to stay on her. So this is a separate piece. I believe this is part of it, but it's sewn into place on the skirt, so I don't want to remove it. But you can remove most of her pieces. I think I'm gonna borrow some photos actually to show you what exactly is separate. Sorry for the quality. I don't know what happened when I sent this to myself from my phone, but credit is in the image. That is their Instagram username, although the pictures don't seem to be on their profile. I actually got them from Cleo's Nile, but that was the credit cited, so I just slapped it on the picture. So she comes with the large bow, which is removable and I believe hooked around her arms, so I'll show you guys that in a moment. Then of course there's her big vampire's heart bow, her earrings, her shoes, the large black skirt, and as I said, the smaller black skirt that you can see atop the big one is removable. It's a little dress, and I am not going to be removing it just because it is sewn into place, and I don't want to cut those ties off. She also comes with a large, well, not large, but a very long white bodysuit that covers her body completely. It's pretty nice. It's very well made. So around her shoulders, the bow sort of acts as a shawl, similar to Dawn of the Dance Draculaura. I'm sure you guys know about her little bow tied around her arms. So when we turn her around, it's actually kind of difficult to see most of the things, so we are going to have to move her long black hair. But as you can see, the bow is tied around her arms and is very long and trails behind her. These are both of the big long strings from it. Also, I know you guys saw her wobble. She is not secure on this saddle stand whatsoever, so I am just trying my best. Well, actually, while she's back here, let's take a look at her headpiece. It's very pretty. I believe it's supposed to be the vampire heart because it's a little vampire bat holding this large pink jewel. It's a very pretty and intricate headpiece. I like the ombre effect, and because this doll isn't wearing a whole lot of pink, I'd say like the only pink on her is like from this bow and the dull pink in her hair, as well as the small rose on her bodice and her earrings. And of course Draculaura's pink skin tone. Like, this doll doesn't wear a whole lot of pink, so adding pink to the bow was definitely a good idea. That makes it pop a lot more. I also like that all of these small pearls on the dress appear to be a very dull shade of pink. It's cute. I like it. At least they look pink to me. I might be colorblind. Draculaura's screening is beautiful and does, of course, match up with, what the fuck is the line called? And does, of course, match with Haute Couture Draculaura's. I'm going to get her down shortly to do a comparison, but for now I just want to appreciate her makeup look. It's very simple and dark, and I like it a lot. The black lipstick is definitely something that I've been missing from Draculaura, and I'm glad to see it again. So here is Haute Couture and Vampire Heart Draculaura side by side. They do have very similar faces. Just remember that mine is wonky. Mattel sent me one that looks like she has a black eye. But she was free, so. Yeah, the dolls do also have different eyebrows. I believe Haute Couture Draculaura's are like slightly... Actually, no. They look the same. Yeah, I think they're roughly the same. I don't see much of a difference anyway. But see, this is what I meant about the heart charms around her belt. She has 6 of them, and she even has 6 heart charms hanging off of this bow that she's wearing. Is it the same mold? I think it's the same sculpt. Oh, that's cute, actually. I like seeing that reused. Just casually struggling to make her stay on her stand again. Okay. So, I really like this doll. The dull pink used for her hair kind of makes her look like... I don't know. But it makes her look older. You know, it's kind of cool. I like it. This dusty pink color is definitely one that I don't want them to use all the time just because I feel like it would take away how special this doll looks, but yeah, I like her a lot. She also has a black cheek on her, heart on her. She has a black heart on her, black birthmark. My brain just stopped working. She has a black birthmark on her cheek and in place of the typical pink one. It's kind of fun to see them play around with it, but though it does remind me of G3 Draculaura's little black heart instead. So I guess the last thing I want to look at in this video is her shoes, which is going to be fun. I don't know what we're going to do to, I guess, lay her down. So, this isn't working. I took one off. So the shoe has 3 bows, very intricate lace patterns going on the front of it. Yeah. And of course there is, I believe, a vampire bat on the heel. Or it's like some kind of twisty staircase or something. I don't know what the heel is, but it looks cool. I'm sure like 3 million of you are going to tell me what it is in the comments though, so I'm looking forward to that in advance. Pretty nicely sculpted. This saddle stand is the worst thing ever. She does not want to stand on it. I understand why they did it because of the dress, but oh my god, she does not want to stay on it whatsoever. I can't even show you guys what's going on under there because the skirt blocks it out. Like if I try to put my camera right up to it, you can't even see it. Well, you could kind of see it. Like, the point is, it's not working. I'm definitely struggling with it currently. I think I finally got it in a way that works, but as soon as I try to pick her up, she comes right off. Like, oh. Of course, when I try to record it, she stays on it. I should just record everything I do. I think that'll help me accomplish things more. Come on. Did you see how she just, like, tilted? Like, it's a struggle. I was trying to keep this review as professional as possible, but the stand is kicking my ass. Anyway, after being tormented by this doll for probably over 20 minutes now, I think I have nothing more to say. This doll is great, and she's actually currently restocked on Amazon, so if you want to throw caution to the wind, take a chance, I recommend ordering 2 and just returning 1 if you get a bad one. Yeah, I don't know. My advice might be bad. If you can afford to order 2 temporarily and return 1, you're more likely to have your doll shipped in a box and not just dropped on your doorstep with a label slapped on her if you order 2. Because that's why I got a box. My mom and I ordered our dolls together. That's just some advice. You don't have to do it, but yeah. Overall, I need to go take a nap. I've been awake since 6 in the morning, and I'm very tired. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!